What's up guys, JV2017 here, and today I wanted to address a lot of the comments I've seen on my Fallout videos about Farming Simulator 17. There's been a lot of talk that the game is going to have mod support on PS4, and of course, everyone is freaking out about it since Bethesda recently announced that PS4 mod support isn't coming at the moment. So I did some research on what's actually going on, and I wanted to share so that we as a community can keep our facts straight with this whole situation. First, I want to touch on Farming Sim 15's modding and how that's worked in the past. So, for the previous Farming Sim game on PS4, there were no actual user-created mods available. All of the so-called, quote, mods are really just DLC packs that are in the PlayStation Store for players to download that are actually created by the developer for the players. In contrast, Bethesda's console modding system is full of user-generated content on Bethesda.net, nothing Bethesda has actually developed or altered themselves. There is one mod pack that has new elements from a modding contest for Farming Simulator 15, but the store description states that all elements are under control of the developers, all rights are owned by the developers, so this is still content delivered to the consumers by the developer. The reason I'm sharing this info is to make the distinction between what Farming Simulator mods have been like on PS4 and what Bethesda is trying to do now on PS4, because they are very different. Now let's talk about Farming Simulator 17, the new game coming out in October. I've dug around on YouTube and found Brad M73, a YouTuber that uploads Farming Simulator and has interacted directly with the developers. I went ahead and linked the videos I've referenced in this video along with his channel in the description below if you guys are interested. Here's some relevant information that Brad has shared in his videos. Number 1, Giant Software, the developer, claims that the modding menu should be in-game on PS4. This is clearly different than Farming Simulator 15, which we just talked about, and more like Fallout's Bethesda.net system. So in theory, we should see some kind of in-game mods menu just like Bethesda.net in Farming Simulator 17 on PS4. Number 2, all mods have to be approved first. Again, this is similar to Bethesda's modding system that requires mod developers to go through Bethesda.net in order to get mods working on consoles. And of course, it's also required for players to even download and use mods on consoles. We don't have Nexus mods or any other form of getting mods on consoles at this moment in time. Number 3, there will be a limited amount of storage for Farming Simulator 17 mods. It hasn't been nailed down yet, but that's also a factor with console modding on Bethesda's system. As we know, with Xbox One, it's right now sitting at 2 gigs, and PS4 was going to be 900 megabytes. That was kind of the limitation they were facing, but again, as we know, they've been indefinitely delayed at this point. I wanted to share those 3 bits of information because they're absolutely relevant and very similar to what we're dealing with, Bethesda.net mods on consoles, and especially on PS4 with some of those limitations. So Brad also made a video just yesterday talking about the same exact thing from the perspective of the Farming Simulator community, talking about whether or not PS4 mods would be canceled since, of course, we know they're not coming to Bethesda games anytime soon. Brad got an email from the marketing director at Giant Software saying that they already have an agreement, methods, and procedures in place to ensure that mod support for PS4 will come on launch day for Farming Simulator 17. That's a direct quote from the developer, and again, this is fresh, new information from just a day ago. And to clarify, this is not the mod packs that came for Farming Simulator 15. This is the ability to, quote, download content created by the passionate community of Farming Simulator players, including vehicles, animals, scenery elements, and much more. Just 3 days ago, the developer's Twitter account reconfirmed that mod support for both Xbox One and PS4 will be available on launch in October. So from the outside, it appears that Farming Sim is going to launch with a similar sort of modding experience that Bethesda is trying to roll out on PS4. It's still a month and 10 days until launch for that game, and maybe Giant Software will have a rude awakening, we really don't know, but it really makes you wonder what's going on behind the scenes with Sony and Bethesda. So to tie all of this together, what does this really mean for Bethesda.net mods? It really doesn't mean much of anything right now, but it's absolutely worth noting that if Farming Simulator 17 launches with a fully functional PS4 in-game modding system, PS4 owners should be scratching their heads and asking questions. I'm sure that any logical person would assume that Fallout and Skyrim, 2 IPs developed by a hugely popular studio at Bethesda, would be able to get a modding system running on a Sony console if Giant Software can with Farming Simulator 17. And I'm not taking anything away from that game or that franchise. It does have definitely a smaller community, but if they can do it, Bethesda should be able to do it. We can speculate all day long about what's really going on, and there will probably be restrictions on what mods are allowed on consoles with Farming Sim if I had to guess, just like there are, with Bethesda.net and PC versus consoles, but the fact remains, Farming Simulator 17 having mods on PS4 is actually something for us to pay attention to. It's not complete and total BS. I'll admit I was expecting this to have no bearing on our community when I was, going to research it and actually figure out what was going on, but it adds another dimension to this ongoing situation, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about Farming Simulator 17 possibly having an in-game modding menu on PS4 with user-generated content? Will they actually work on PS4, or do you think this developer is going to get a rude awakening and hear one day that they're indeed not coming because of whatever reason from Sony? Share what you're thinking in the comment section below. Alright guys, today I shared news about Farming Simulator 17 mods on PS4, and next time we will cover more Farming Simulator, no, just kidding, more Fallout on my channel. Stay tuned for Fallout 4 tips and tricks videos. If you learned something new or enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button, I would really appreciate it, and don't forget to subscribe for more Nuka World coverage and general tips and tricks videos. Talk to you guys next time, peace.